At this time, I call on Nominating Committee Chair and immediate past President Ronald Peaster for the report of the Nominating Committee. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank those who served with me on the committee. Cheryl Bell, structural engineer for the City of Beaverton, Oregon, Community Development Department. Jimmy Brothers, former ICC Board President. Terry Cobb, Director of Development Services of the Mayor's Office of Economic and Community Development, Nashville, Tennessee. Sean DeCrane, Battalion Chief, Cleveland Fire Department. Salvatore D. Simone, Chairman and Commissioner of Fire District 2 in Middle Township, New Jersey. And Scott McDonald, Building Official for the City of Amarillo, Texas. In accordance with Council Policy 20, factors considered in selecting nominees include previous service on ICC and industry boards and committees, support by their jurisdiction, experience in and support by ICC chapters and other enforcement groups, geographical location, education, registrations, licenses, and certification, and active support of ICC's mission and goals. The committee moves the following nominations. For the office of President, the committee nominates Guy Tomberlin, Fairfax County, Virginia. For the office of Vice President, the committee nominates Alex Cash Olshevy, Lexington Fayette, Urban County Government, Kentucky. For the office of Secretary-Treasurer, the committee nominates M. Dwayne Garris, State of Georgia. For the position of Section A Director, a 3-year term, the committee nominates Jay Elbitar, City of Mission Viejo. For the position of Section E Director, a 3-year term, the committee nominates Richard Truitt, Hartford County, Maryland. For the positions of Director at Large, 3-year terms, the committee nominates William J. Bechtold, Northern Kentucky Area Planning Commission, Shirley Ellis, Texas A&M Energy Systems Laboratory, and M. Donnie Phipps, Richland County, South Carolina, Development Services. For the position of Section F Director, a 2-year unexpired term, the committee nominates Alan Boswell, City of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You have heard the report of the Nominating Committee. Our next order of business is the election of board officers and board directors. In accordance with Council Policy 19, I am asking the past presiding board officers who are in the audience and who are willing to do so to please serve as tally judges. Would the tally judges please come forward and meet with Dominic for instructions? Oh, come on now, I know you're here, let's go. Yeah, you're one too, get up. As specified by the bylaws, the officers shall consist of a president, vice president, and secretary-treasurer elected from the board of directors by the voting members present and voting at this annual business meeting. For the office of president, the committee nominates Guy Tomberlin. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations for the floor? I declare these nominations closed. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Guy Tomberlin is elected President of the International Code Council's Board. For For the office of Vice President, the committee nominates Alex Cashel-Chevy. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Hearing none, these nominations are closed. All those in favor of Alex Cashel-Chevy as Vice President, please signify by saying aye. Are there any opposed? I hereby declare Alex Cashel-Chevy as the Vice President of the International Code Council's Board. For the office of Secretary-Treasurer, the committee nominates Dwayne Garris. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? The nominations are hereby closed. All in favor of Dwayne Garris as Secretary-Treasurer for the International Code Council, please signify by saying aye. Are there any opposed? I hereby declare Dwayne Garris as the new Secretary-Treasurer for the International Code Council. We will now elect electors for 3-year terms. This year, elections will be held for sectional directors from Sections A and E. Section A includes the states of Alaska, California, Hawaii, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington, and the Canadian province of British Columbia. Section E includes the states of Connecticut, Delaware, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, Virginia, West Virginia, Washington, D.C., and the Canadian provinces of New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Quebec. While candidates for sectional director seats must represent a governmental member located in the state or province within the section, sectional directors are all elected by all the members present and eligible to vote at the annual business meeting. For the position of Section A Director, the committee nominates Jay Elbitar. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Hearing none, I declare the nominations for the Section A position to be closed. All those in favor of Jay Elbitar as the Section A Director, please signify by saying aye. Are there any opposed? Jay Elbitar is elected Section A Director for the Board. Congratulations, Jay. For the position of Section E Director, the committee nominates Richard Truitt. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Hearing none, the nominations are closed. All those in favor of Richard Truitt as Section E Director, please signify by saying aye. Are there any opposed? I hereby declare Richard Truitt as the Section E Director for the International Code Council. Congratulations. For the position of Director at Large, the committee nominates William J. Bechtold. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Hearing none, I hereby declare the nominations closed. We will now vote on the motion to elect William J. Bechtold as Director at Large. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed signify by saying nay. Congratulations, Mr. Bechtold, for your term on board. Where are you? I assume he's here. I just can't see anything from up here. Oh, there you are, way in the back. I should have recognized the glare off the head. Congratulations. I know, I'm not much to talk here. For the position of Director at Large, the committee nominates Shirley Ellis. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Mr. Casada.
Mr. President.
Is that mic on? There we go.
Mr. President, my name is Ed Casado. I'm the president with New York State building officials. On behalf of the New York State Code Coalition, I would like to nominate James E. Morganson for Director at Large.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations for the floor? Is there a second on that?
President, as president of the New Jersey Building Officials Association, I would like to second that nomination.
Thank you. We are now going to allow each candidate and their supporters to address the Assembly. Each side will have a total of 5 minutes for all speakers, including the candidate. Will those in support of the candidates please come to the front of the room? You will have 5 minutes. The committee recommendation was for Shirley Ellis. She and her supporters will go first. Again, it's 5 minutes total. Come on up, let's go.
I don't want my 5 minutes to be them walking across the street.
Yeah. All right, as you can see, there is a clock in front of you. The clock will begin when you begin speaking. You will have 5 minutes total with your presentation and that of your supporters. Please let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
My name is Shirley Ellis, and I work with the Energy Systems Lab at Texas A&M. And I want you to know that for many years I have worked tirelessly in front of and behind the scenes in co-development and in committee work for this Congress, for the ICC, and I will continue to do that. And I want to ask for your support, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Don Jansen. I'm the president of the Texas Fire Marshals Association. I urge each and every one of you to place your vote for Shirley Ellis. It is my personal feeling that she'll be the best person for this job. Thank you.
My name's Tim Ryan with the City of Overland Park, Kansas, and that's a good thing about this organization. We've got good candidates running for the board. I'm here to talk to you about Shirley Ellis. As a fellow instructor, if you've ever been in one of her classes, you can see the passion in her voice about this organization and being a code official. She's an educator, and Shirley's been around for a while. She's paid her dues, and I think you ought to give her the opportunity to represent you on the board of directors. So I would urge you to support the nominations committee and elect Shirley. Thank you.
My name's Celso Mata. I'm representing the Building Officials Association of Texas. And also, we're all here to support Shirley. She's got many years' experience. She has the selection of the nominating committee. Please vote for Shirley.
Good afternoon. My name's Jeff Mitchell from Australia, and I've been a regular visitor here to the ICC conferences. I've had quite a few discussions with Shirley over recent times, but also over the last few years, and I endorse her views and passion to greater involve the international community. So I'd urge you to vote for Shirley.
I'm the chief building official for a city in Texas and also representing the North Texas chapter of building officials. I request that you vote for Shirley. She'd be a good candidate on the board.
My name is Brett King. I represent the city of Carrollton, Texas, and the North Texas chapter as president. We've worked with Shirley for many years. She's been an educator in our region, both at our Building Professionals Institute, supporting our chapter, supporting the state of Texas and the VOTE chapter. We'd urge you to vote for Shirley and support the nominating committee. Thank you.
My name is David Pendley. I'm the building official for the city of North Richland Hills. I urge you all to support Shirley. Most of you probably have run into her or had her as an educator. She's very approachable, and I'm sure she'll represent you all. Thank you.
My name is Keith Smith. I work for the city of Mesquite, Texas. Also represent the Building Officials Association of Texas. I urge everyone to follow the nominating committee in electing Shirley. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Kevin Skog from Canada, previously from Australia. I appreciate the honor to stand here before you to represent Shirley. I also applaud her efforts to follow due process in how we get to one of these senior positions in the organization. I think Shirley is an outstanding person who supported this organization and our international committee at the highest level. Shirley, good luck and thank you.
My name is Michael Clack, building official, Scottsdale, Arizona. I've known Shirley for a little over 20 years now. It's hard to believe, but I've found her to be tenacious, hardworking, and dedicated to this organization. I urge you to vote for her. Thank you.
My name is Bahman Yazdani. I'm from Energy Systems Laboratory at Texas A&M University. Shirley has been working with Texas A&M. We actually stole her from city of Bastrop, where she was the chief building official for many years. She worked with city of Austin as well in the code enforcement. For over 30 years, she has been dedicated herself. She's very compassionate about code business. And I urge you to vote for Shirley Ellis. Thank you.
Sharon Bonesteel, Salt River Project. I've worked with Shirley on the energy codes, and what a good, logical, clear thinker, and I urge your support of Shirley. Thank you.
5 seconds.
My name is Dave Epley. I manage the Green Building Program at DC, and I encourage you.
Time's up.
I didn't get a t-shirt, though.
Thank you, Shirley, and all your supporters. We will now hear from Jim Morganson and his supporters. Again, reset the clock to 5 minutes. Jim, you have 5 minutes for you and your supporters. Begins when you begin speaking.
Thank you for this rare opportunity. I'd also thank the host chapter to put us here together today. It's my great honor to address all of you. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Jim Morganson. I spent the last 27 years as a code official in Lake Placid, New York, the Olympic city, the place of miracle on ice. To those I don't know, I know I have a lot in common with you. I know we read the same books, we attend the same meetings, and we're all interested in public safety, and that's why I stand here today. I'm not necessarily running against anyone, I'm running for everyone. I don't have a hidden agenda, I have one major focus, and that's a greater recognition of the value of our jobs. That's what inspires me to speak. That's been my long-time mission. There's a real value in good code enforcement. I'd like to see first preventers working with first responders, and I would work as a director to take all these things from discussions to decisions. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your consideration.
Hello, I'm Jeff Whitney, code official for Grand County, Utah. I met Jim probably 15 or so years ago at the ICBO conference in San Francisco. What I've known from him is his organizational skills, his collaboration ability. That's impressive. And this position is not about code. It's about the furthering of the organization that allows us to have code. you can be passionate about code, but you've got to be a collaborator. You've got to be somebody who understands business, and I feel like Jim is the guy for us this time. Thank you.
Tom Peterson, Box Elder County building official. I really like Jim. He, as a new building official in this organization, had the ability to reach out to me and take me under his wing, and he really helped me feel welcome throughout this process, and that's something I believe we need in our board of directors, and that's why I stand in support of him.
Jim Zacconi, immediate past president, New Jersey building officials. I speak on behalf of Region 7. Region 7 endorses Jim Morganson for the ICC Board of Directors.
Keith Bauer, president of Wyoming Conference of Building Officials, and we support Jim for his role as the Board of Directors. Thank you.
Thank you. Med Kupczynski. I'm the president of the Eastern States Building Officials Federation. Jim is one of my directors, and he's inclusive, transparent in his actions, and completely supportive of every member and does every task well. I urge your support.
Doug Wise, State Director for the Building Officials Association of Palm Beach County. Jim has been a friend to the Palm Beach County building officials and to the host chapter for this conference. He's been a personal friend of mine. I would ask you to support him.
Good morning, Jim Gilhooly. I'm the first vice president of NISBOC, the New York State Building Officials Conference, here to encourage you to support Jim Morganson for his leadership and his good nature and what he will do for the ICC. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I'm Bruce Wilson, building official for the city of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I encourage you to support Jim for our board. Thank you.
Good morning. Neville Pereira, building official for Temple City in California, past president of ICC Los Angeles Basin Chapter, also representing Calbo and Region 1. We endorse this candidate, and we urge you to endorse him too. Thank you.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak? Mr. Morganson, you have time left. If not, will you waive your time? Thank you. At this point, we will vote on the election of our board member. Two candidates are Shirley Ellis and Jim Morganson. There'll be a graphic up. You will use your voting device. Number 1 for Shirley, number 2 for Jim. You have a minute to vote. Please do so now. We need the music in the background. All right, maybe next time we'll do it 30 seconds. Congratulations, Mr. Morganson. Thank you. For the position of Director at Large, the committee nominates M. Donnie Phipps. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? There are no nominations from the floor. I move it closed. We will now vote on the motion to elect M. Donnie Phipps as Director at Large. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Congratulations, Mr. Phipps. There is a 2-year unexpired term for the Section F Director position, which was vacated upon the election of Dwayne Garris as Secretary-Treasurer. Section F includes the states of Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and the Caribbean region. The committee nominates Alan Boswell. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Hearing none, I will move that the nominations be closed. All those in favor of Alan Boswell as a Section F Director, please signify by saying aye. Are there any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. Congratulations, Mr. Boswell. That concludes the board elections. Thank you, Chairman Peaster and your nominating committee members for their service.